experience with the Transporter films. I don't really know how we got to the point where we decided Transporter was the first.
I don't know. I think it's probably Henry's fault.
Probably
just because I had the movie.
Oh yeah, we
definitely
were
Henry's
probably
fault.
we were thinking about ridiculously long things. Well, I'll tell you my experience. Transporter wise, it comes at a time where I started watching movies with my brother, and we'd watch a lot of movies on repeat. Like, I specifically remember he had a collection, and there's about like 20 to 30 films, and we just watched those on loop. And one of those was the Transporter.
Okay.
And at this time, we had a PlayStation 2, and I was playing Gran Turismo 3
It's a good game.
constantly. Anyways, I was really in the cars at the time.
Okay.
Transporter came out, and I just remember the intro of that movie where Jason shows up. I don't know the name of his character. I actually don't remember too much.
Frank? I think his name's Frank.
Is it Frank?
Rank?
I think it's just Frank.
That's awful.
With an F or no? With an F or no F?
What, with a PH?
What do you mean?
No, I thought it was rank. Just
No, Frank.
okay. So I remember he shows up, and just I wanted to be him. I was like,
Wow.
dude, you know what? Maybe if I play enough Gran Turismo 3 and learn some fighting skills, I can just do this as my job.
You do have a Miata now. It's like you're
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he has a BMW, early 2000s.
I mean,
But the Miata is mid 90s, so even cooler.
Wow.
precisely.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you've taken transportation seriously
Oh yeah.
throughout your life.
You know, it's definitely influenced me. I have not seen 2, 3, or this fourth one apparently is
The
out
fourth
there.
one. Yeah, that one's out there somewhere.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
Not yet.
Grand scheme of things.
Henry, why do you own all 3 of these DVDs?
Well, I love DVDs. I have a DVD collection because it's like half price books. You can just find $2 clearance DVDs at all times. And so when I was 13, my dad was always kind of like traveling, like basically lived in another place. He would come and visit us. So it was really like my mom, myself, and my sister. And then when I was 13, my sister went off to college. So then it was just me and my mom, me, a teenage boy. My mom just like, how do I relate to this creature? And we bonded hardcore because we would just watch movies and go out to the movies all the time. And we really didn't have a whole lot of like discretion. I mean, we definitely cared about like good versus bad, but there was also a whole new world of just fun where good
Yes.
and bad no longer had any inherent value.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is where the Transporter falls for me. Like, this is a series of movies that's like not a good series, but they are, at least the original 3 are all like extremely fun.
They're fast.
They're fat. They are
fast
fast.
movies.
They're fast. They're fun. It just capitalizes on Jason Statham's charm and like gets by pretty much on that. And it has really good fight scenes. Like they're no pushovers in the action genre.
Okay.
They're very well choreographed.
I'm really excited about that. I watched Transporter 2, I think, on TV one time. And that is the extent of my experience. I watched it with commercials.
Oh my God. I forgot that's a thing.
I watched it with commercials. And I think it was also like cut down for TV. Like they took the risque parts out of it.
Perfect.
So like every time someone would get shot, it'd be like, it'd crop in to just their face. And there was like I don't know if maybe it wasn't 2 because I wasn't paying attention, but I think there was also a sex scene in the back of a car that they just didn't show. But
Just cut it.
well, they like showed a different shot. It was like the outside of the car just rocking back and forth, and it was very clear that that wasn't the scene.
It was just a shot of the tailpipe.
Yeah.
With the car revving up.
Yeah.
Some liquids coming out of there.
I think that's too artistic an interpretation for the Transporter series.
It's a little too Titanic.
Titanic.
Yeah.
One other
Steamy
thing.
hand on the window.
Oh, that'd be so nice. Jason's
steamy hand on the window.
That's the name of the
rearview mirror.
fourth one. Jason's steamy hand on the window. But yeah, the other thing I remember about this movie was, I think at one point they go to this warehouse to hide out, and I think there's some old friend of his. He's some French dude. And he makes these delicious cookies.
Yeah.
This is Transporter 1?
This is
Yeah,
Transporter
and
This
1.
is what we're just about to watch?
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite part. Is like there's an underwater scene, probably with Moby playing, I'm assuming.
Oh,
or
hell
something
yeah.
very similar to Moby. And it's like just iridescent and beautiful. And you're just, I just love underwater world, and then they make those cookies and there's those French mandolins or
I
some
remember.
shit.
This is the French guy's a police officer. He's making them eclairs.
Are
like,
they eclairs?
They're eclairs, and you can smell them.
Dude,
they look so
what?
good.
You just feel at home.
Why is this?
All this action's going on, and then they just get to chill out with this French dude. And you're
Wow.
I think these are the details that have clearly made this warrant a series.
Okay.
It's
So it's there's like wholesome elements to Transporter that
like,
I don't
it
know
slows
about.
down, and you want it to.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched it in 15 years, maybe. I don't know, at least 12.
Okay.
Yeah. The director, I remember, is Louis Leterrier, who I think is like either friends with or from the school of like Luc Besson,
I don't know who that is.
like Fifth Element.
Oh yeah.
It's your boy.
Okay.
Leon
Chaboy.
Chaboy.
Oh, yeah, I
Leon
know.
the Professional.
Chaboy. Horrible human being, most likely.
Probably
but
not a great
that's
guy,
okay.
but
really?
comes from the school of like these French filmmakers who make dope, fun, kind of weird, sometimes dumb action movies that are like develop a cult following.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm trying to put like Transporter in the context of like the first two are made by that guy, and they start to fall into that zone of like, oh, there's a soul in here, even if it's dumb. It's not like
Sure.
a true trash horror movie.
Okay. And then I got picked up and fell into like the XXX and Fast and Furious and surfing
burn
movies.
it down. Surfing movie.
Yeah. That's kind of where these exist in my mind.
What else did this director make?
I can look this up.
I think at this point,
I have a computer.
I mean,
like Luc Besson, become famous enough to actually make trash, like high budget. Like he might have done Clash of the Titans or something like that. One of those big like CGI extravaganzas that actually has no soul.
Yeah.
There are four different directors that directed the films that we're going to watch today.
So the first two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the first one is consensus the best one?
I don't know. I've only seen the first one, and it's probably a nostalgia thing
Okay.
for me.
Probably,
personally.
but it's also kind of like, I don't know. It's like the first time you have McDonald's and then you go back.
Sure.
And you're like,
are you saying
You shock
McDonald's
your
second
system?
time is better?
I mean, it's like the first one is the
Your
best.
body doesn't know how to handle it. And it rejects it. Is that what happens the first
I
time
mean-
you
And then
watch
you get used to
Transporter?
the
I mean, it's
poison.
because
Yeah.
you're excited about it. It's fresh. And then
Okay.
you're like, oh, this is the same thing. I'm kind of getting over it now, but it's essentially the same thing.
Oh,
It
it
doesn't. It doesn't take a
Okay.
huge. I don't think it takes a huge dip in quality
Well,
necessarily.
it took me a solid decade to get over McDonald's. I'll tell you that much. I think I'm going to get over
One
the
time.
Transporter a little bit faster.
One time and it ruined you.
No, I'm saying when I was a kid, I was really into Mickey D's.
Hell yeah,
It was a little
dude.
treat, I mean, my mom was cooking home cooked bangers day in,
Right.
day out, which I got over, of course.
You got
But,
over the bangers, yeah.
dude, when Mickey D's, I would beg for Mickey D's as a young lad.
Okay. Well, I guess we should just go into the first film here.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Let's
check it out.
let's watch the first movie.
You're very precise. Transportation is a precise business.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind transporting something for me.
That's what you do, right? You deliver, no questions asked. Why not? Who are you?
My name is Lai.
What kind of shit am I in?
Deep shit. Very deep shit.
What are you doing?
Making up for the trouble.
Make sure levels are still good here.
Just cruising. I'm gonna crack my root beer open later.
Perfect. Okay.
I cracked it open now. You trying to say something?
Yeah.
yeah.
Is this caffeine free? I think I made a mistake.
I think root beer is caffeine free.
This one
I
is
don't know. Oh, good.
I think root beer as a
entity.
entity is caffeine free.
Interesting move.
Yeah.
Guess root beer's been around for a long ass time.
I
huh?
guess so.
Before soda.
I don't know.
Could be
about
the
that.
original soda.
Could have been. I don't know.
Maybe. Let's talk about the movie.
All right, let's talk about the movie. Sounds good.
Okay. Well, Transporter 1. How'd you boys feel? I liked that. I had a really good time with that movie.
Yeah.
I had a great time. As I was watching, I started to remember every single thing that was going to happen, and it was
Okay.
nostalgic. It was amazing.
The fight scenes were great throughout that entire movie. There wasn't like the oil spill scene specifically.
Yeah.
Very good.
Really well choreographed, all of them. They're fun to look at, and they like, he does really good martial arts. So it's like, I don't know, very kinetic and like gets you hyped, as opposed to like a typical, I mean, this isn't Hollywood, this is a European movie, but like more Hollywood ones are just like filmed with showing someone's face getting hit.
It's full
over and
body.
over. And he like uses his shirt as a weapon at one point. He's always like using his hands
He
or
can,
his
like,
feet or
really,
everything.
like for real fight.
Yeah.
Like he is incredibly athletic in that movie.
Yeah.
Yep. On the bus,
Yeah.
Hanging.
backflip, hanging one leg, reverse raptor kick, boom.
Pretty good.
Very good.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's like that. And then I always like the locations in all the movies, or mainly this one. This is like the best one
Okay.
location wise. Like that's a big action movie thing too, is like the travelogue element of it. And this one,
Sure.
you're just in gorgeous rural France. You're like, all right, just feel pretty good
Yeah.
hanging out in this world.
Yeah.
I don't really have like anything negative to say about this movie, except
No.
it was like there was a couple parts where like it was like wearing its age a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be way worse.
I thought so too.
Aging wise, I was ready to be let down. You know, movies you've seen a long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, this is a little gem I had in my childhood. It's time to ruin it, you know?
Yeah.
But no, the only funny part right in the beginning with the tire screeching, you have this ominous beat going on. You're like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
this is a real serious guy.
I think
was like,
the tone was really set for like, oh, this is one of those movies when we saw the classic like don't download a car
yeah.
piracy thing at the beginning of the movie.
I'm in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I'm
like-
feeling good.
Yeah.
I've been here before.
Yeah. These
I
are
know
the
what
days.
this
I'm at my parents' house.
I'm at my parents' house.
Yeah, that was the strongest hit of nostalgia.
Oh,
There
for
was.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The soundtrack is also something we should probably talk about, in that it's it feels like it was just free music that they found somewhere
Yeah,
and put
Kind of.
over the movie.
It's like you type in a certain mood, you go car chase, and you have 5
Yeah.
samples, and you go, this is the best one
This is
out of
pretty
those.
good.
Yeah. And then they used all 5.
yeah, let's use a few more. The theme song for the bad guy, which his name is Wall Street, apparently.
Wall Street, yeah.
I don't think they say Wall Street
No,
out
I don't
loud.
think
No.
they do.
Do you think they named them after the movie, or in the script right away they go, we
Oh.
got a bad guy, his name is Wall Street?
Or
Yeah.
he's just like, he's a Wall Street bad guy.
And
You
they
know,
go,
like
what do we call
money
him?
tycoon, Wall Street.
Leave it in the script. We're leaving it as Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not about character development. This is about violence.
Yeah.
So you just had a type of character they called Wall Street. They go,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Classic.
Hence why that guy's performance. I think the directors are like, you're Wall Street and you are evil. Because that is all he's doing throughout the movie. Just making angry or crazy faces
Yeah.
constantly.
Laughing.
Yeah,
Getting
reaching
mad.
behind his head.
Yeah.
People giving him money to hand to other people.
I wonder what else he's been in, because
Well, he was in you said he was also in Fast and Furious?
which same
The
character?
first one.
I'm talking
Only the first one.
Imagine Wall Street, but in fishnets.
Yeah.
Like
Was he
it's
called
it's
Wall
a
Street?
He was called fishnets. But he same exact character,
Okay.
same tone, same vibe.
Does he still do like the weird, like criminally insane thing?
Oh yeah.
Where he's
Yeah.
like reaching over his shoulder and like making weird facial expressions.
They're giving him
and-
chicken wings and
This is-
Coronas into his hand instead of money.
He reaches behind
reaches
and someone
behind
slaps a
Coronas.
Corona into
Yeah.
his palm. That's good. I like that. Yeah, I thought that was just solid. That's a good action movie.
Yeah.
I don't like. How do people feel about that movie? I haven't like.
I really
I think the
enjoy
reviews
it.
are pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in general.
Yeah, it's like, again, like people aren't like, oh, it's not like Mad Max or
Sure,
Jason
yeah.
Bourne where you're like, oh, this is like an amazing movie. But people
Mhm,
really
sure.
enjoy watching these like over
Oh,
and over again.
yeah.
Because there's like, even the bad parts never for me, like never drag it down. Like the girlfriend is not a good actress, but like
No.
whatever. Like it works because he's annoyed with her.
Yeah.
throughout
Right.
the
You
movie.
feel like him.
Yeah.
She starts doing something, you go, I would be kind of upset about this.
Yeah,
And
and
then
he
is
upset.
about it.
Yeah.
like viscerally upset,
Yeah.
like not trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Even her trying to hook up with him, I was also like, this is not the time.
Yeah.
Let's slow it down.
That feels like a very like early 2000s thing too, of like, oh, they are going to hook up in this movie.
Dude, it started with the trunk and the straw.
Oh, you knew.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. That blowjob scene.
That was
That was too
almost
much.
too much.
It was
Yeah.
too much. It would have been okay if they didn't show his facial features.
How about you
looking like
explain the
He's
blowjob
clearing
scene?
the hair out
that
of her
was-
face.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
no.
take it from the beginning of the scene. Explain what you mean by the blowjob scene. Because
Okay,
there's not
okay.
actually a blowjob in the movie.
So, he has this one stop for refreshments. And at this
Right.
point, he knows there's a body in the car.
Right.
He
He's
doesn't know
transporting
A live
a
person.
live
person,
person. This
in
is at
a
the
large
very top
duffel
of the
bag,
movie.
which everyone can pick up with one arm.
Yeah.
No problem.
Everyone's very strong in this movie.
Estimate at 50 kilograms. No problem.
Yeah. One hand.
One hand.
Full extension.
I mean, Jason does look strong.
He does look strong.
But into the blowjob scene.
Yeah.
So he goes into the store. There's 2 ski instructor cops in the car at this point in the trunk.
Right. That
With
he
Well, they're not in
They're
there
not
yet.
there yet.
That's
Are they not in
No.
there?
no.
that's
He
the-
just gets 2 drinks. We see him with a water
That's
and an
right, that's
orangina,
right.
and we grabs a straw. What did you think it was? Like a pixie?
I thought he
Pixie
got a pixie stick.
Pixie stick?
This is
Like,
refreshment.
what is he doing?
So yeah, this is at the very top of the movie. We don't know anything about the characters at this point, but
mean,
we
we never
know he
do.
got a package and he's driving around, and it turns out to be a lady who's in the back of the car.
Yep.
And this is where the weird interaction that Andrew is talking about happens.
Yep. So
The
he
part
get-
that Andrew liked very much.
I'm just
Andrew's
gonna clear this
favorite
up.
part
It
of the
is
movie.
definitely my favorite part. So he gets this soda, pops the trunk open, opens the bag, and she pops up like this majestic little animal waking up.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's so cute,
Okay.
I mean,
she is
I'm just
tied
saying,
up and has
if I
tape
was in
over
a,
her mouth.
if I was in
Tied
a
up in
bag
duct
for
tape.
that long, I would look like an absolute wreck.
No,
You're
she's-
right. They do present the moment as here is the love interest.
Yeah,
like,
and the music
emerges.
starts playing immediately.
Love music.
Love music.
Yeah.
And he pulls out his knife. She starts freaking out.
Uh-huh.
And I do remember this scene very well. At least the
Well,
cutting of
'cause-
the duct tape
How many times you watched it in a row as a kid?
on repeat. Burn the DVD out at that spot. It skips at
Start
that
skipping
moment.
at that point.
So yeah, he cuts a little hole in the mouth, puts the straw in gently into the orangina,
Jeez.
and then just inserts the straw through the little hole in the duct tape he cut
into her mouth.
into her mouth. The music escalates.
It does.
Into
Crescendos.
sexier, yeah, into
Yeah.
sexier version of the same song.
Yeah.
And then he says,
Drink.
"Drink," and then she starts just sucking
Sucking
down
it while
on that
making
orangina.
full eye contact with him
Both
the
of
whole
them,
time.
Both
And
of them.
he's
It's cutting back and forth between the two.
Yeah, it's
And-
not super covert what they're going for.
Nope.
and
with
then
that.
he clears her like hair out of her face,
Yeah.
making it even stronger.
Yep. And he's making weird facial expressions.
He is, yeah. There's some grunting, I think.
Yeah.
There is.
It looks like grunting.
I
That's
mean,
what his facial expression
I-
is.
It might have just been I was caught up in the moment,
I think
but
you were
I
caught up in the
heard
moment.
grunting coming from
I
somebody.
was caught up.
Was it you?
in-
Was it you?
It
grunting?
was. I was caught up in Jason's eyes as well as the soundtrack
Oh,
at
yeah.
that point.
I mean, it tamed out after that. Honestly, like I thought we were kind of in for a horny ride.
I mean,
Well, the next scene we got really worried because she has to,
Right.
go pee, and he just like
Ties
a
a
rope.
noose
Oh,
around
yeah.
her neck and lets her
Just
go to the woods.
turns into
On a little leash.
straight to the kink play, just right in there.
Yeah,
and then it vanilla's out after that.
Yeah.
it does.
Even
yeah.
the actual sex scene,
Oh, is
totally standard.
yeah,
Yeah.
standard
I didn't
like
feel anything. about
kiss
that,
and you
No.
cut away. thing.
Yeah.
yeah,
But that trunk blowjob scene,
yeah. Why did they do
Heavy.
that?
is this rated R?
I don't think so. I
don't
think this is
so.
PG-13.
I bet it's the PG-13. They don't show any blood throughout the entire movie.
Yeah,
I don't
Blood,
remember
no blood, no
splatter in
boobs.
the
watching
beginning.
this as a kid. That did not seem sexual.
Well, it wouldn't. Like, you wouldn't really know about that.
yeah. You don't know about blowjobs.
I
when
guess
you
I didn't know about blowjobs.
Yeah.
And you're just like, they're into each other. They're looking. They're
I was like,
having
I like
really strong
soda.
eye
She
contact.
probably likes soda too.
Oh man, she likes soda too. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I have so much in common with this character.
Then the audience can connect.
Oh
we
jeez.
connected. And they connected.
They
I'll
connected.
tell you.
Oh, the thing I'm curious about is, do we need to like remember what's going on in the plot for the next movie.
For the next movie?
No.
Okay.
Each one is, another action movie. Some of the characters come back.
That's cool.
Okay.
I'm excited
That is
for
cool.
some reoccurrence. Because at this point, they're just hanging out, right?
Yeah. I mean, who did you like? Like, who would you want to see again?
Oh, the cop.
The cop, for sure. The cop was great.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inspector.
Yeah.
As they call him.
If you haven't seen the movie, there's an inspector who's really chill and like just lets Jason Statham out of prison at the end of the movie to go save the day.
Yep. And he goes, listen, just go out of the police station with a gun to my head. They're going to let you pass.
Yeah.
Put me in your trunk.
Me in the trunk of my car.
Of my car.
Yeah.
And just rip it around town.
Yeah.
Jason goes, I can do that.
I trust
do
you,
that.
Jason, he says.
I mean, the most amazing part is that this actor they have, Francois something, is so good that he sells
he's
it.
great.
He sells
He
all
is
of it.
the
You're
best
like,
actor in
oh
the
yeah,
film.
like.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
By far.
But Jason's
Jason's
doing
pretty good, too.
really good for what his character's supposed to be, like the gentleman criminal.
Yeah.
In a world of mad
Mhm.
dog idiot criminals, he is the smart criminal.
That's something that's interesting about this movie compared to like modern action movies is you don't have to like think about the geopolitical outcome.
No.
No,
You, like,
nothing.
It's like,
You're like, oh, we're in France. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like, and they're trying to blow up the entire world.
Mhm.
It's very contained. And I mean, it's still like high stakes. There's 400 people in a shipping container getting trafficked that he
Yeah.
has to find.
But the
They
world
just
is
casually
this is-
mention human trafficking, but they don't focus
Yeah.
on like the
I mean,
the emotions.
No,
of
you
it.
don't go away from
Right,
this
yeah,
movie and go,
yeah.
man, are people really getting trafficked? You
No.
just go, oh, I'm glad those 400 people in
Yeah.
a shipping container
all
got out.
400
It feels-
of the people that are being trafficked in the world have
In a-
been saved by Jason Statham.
It feels like a happy, like
Yeah.
I don't want to say family movie moment at the end,
Oh,
but it's
no,
just
it's
like
resolved.
they're all
Yeah,
it's all resolved.
I mean, the daughter does kill her dad.
Her dad.
That
Yeah.
isn't as heavy
The
as
main
it could have
girl
been.
kills her dad, who's a villain.
But then they only introduce him in like the final half hour of the movie too. So like
That's true.
It is much better
Just
that
kinda-
there's no intros to characters. There's no back.
the whole movie just goes in.
That's
just goes in.
that's very true. Yeah, this is a very low stress movie.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's
you're-
why that's probably why my mom and I would watch them over and over. It's like
Yeah.
the action's super fun, but it's just like easy.
Yeah.
fun. There's no
It's not heavy.
not
It's
heavy.
almost-
the soul.
It's almost like
Yeah.
Indiana Jonesy in that way. I don't. That's probably a weird comparison to make, but like the action, there's violence, there's cool action, but it's not like people aren't getting broken in half.
No.
Mhm.
It's not like you're like, oh God.
He even makes a point of not killing people when he
Most.
doesn't
Yeah.
have to. He kills people when he has to. Otherwise, he shoots people in the leg.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
almost
didn't
throughout
kill
the
many
movie.
people.
Yeah.
Jason Statham, good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Oil man.
Oil man.
Very
Best
oily.
fight scene for sure.
Well, what do you guys know about Transporter 2?
I mean, I shouldn't talk because I've seen it
Okay.
a lot.
I know
Well-
nothing about it. What I'm hoping for is the inspector comes back.
I hope so too.
I hope he has a sick new car
Oh yeah,
because that original BMW, very nice.
I liked the car he had at the end too.
Or Mercedes.
The Mercedes, yeah,
Maybe he'll have the same car starting out.
maybe.
I wonder if it's in a different country.
Isn't he? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen
Because
this
he
movie.
said he moved there to get away from an old life, so I
Yeah.
could see him moving somewhere else.
What if it's a prequel? Is it a prequel?
That would be sick.
He shook his head no.
That would be
Okay.
sick.
I will say with this one, I think I enjoy the villain of this one. He's like even dumber than the
Okay.
first
Hell
one.
yeah.
I think is how it goes down.
Well, that makes me very
That's something
excited
to be
watch
excited
it.
for.
I'm into that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking for a transporter.
I'm listening.
It was supposed to be an easy assignment,
This was a favor. I don't usually do this sort of a job.
I thought you were a professional driver.
A different kind of driving.
but in Frank Martin's line of work,
Jack Billings to see Dr. Coughlin.
Room 3 on your left.
nothing is ever what it seems.
Jack! Keep going, Jack!
What about you?
I'm okay! Hello.
You have 2 hours to get me $20 million in non-sequential $100 bills. 2 hours, Mr. Billings. Starting now. We don't know who we're dealing with. We think the driver may be in on it.
That's impossible.
Now,
He could have been setting this up the whole time and you wouldn't have known any different. Got him.
the best in the business.
Is it stable?
Yes.
stable.
Good. He's back in the game.
What do you know?
It's more than a kidnapping.
What are you gonna do?
Find the guy responsible.
Jason Statham.
Hold on. Just came out of the dry cleaners.
Transporter 2.
Back in.
That one was louder than the last one.
Yeah.
Huge improvement in soundtrack. Although I did like the first soundtrack a lot, if you can
Well,
call it that.
It's a different feel, just in general.
Yeah, that one was a lot more intense. That was more of a modern movie, I think.
That was an American action movie, I think. Like,
yeah,
the music is always telling you, this is important. And like, nah. Whereas the other one is like, yeah, we're having a good old fight scene.
it was very lo-fi.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess should we run through like what happened in this movie? This will take all of 30 seconds.
You want me to do this?
I
can get in
You
there.
can, yeah. Let's go.
I can
it.
try.
Yeah, go for it, man. Explain what happened in this
All right,
movie.
so Frank's living a little bit low key. For some reason, he's doing a favor,
right,
and he's basically taking a kid to school and back home for this extremely rich family.
right.
So he's a chauffeur at this
Uh-huh.
point. And he gets caught up in some shit.
Uh-huh.
The dad of the kid, super important, I guess, director of the FDA, maybe?
Maybe
It doesn't really explain. He's just he had like an American flag behind him, and he was on a stage.
in a
Yeah.
conference at one point.
He's very important in the drug community.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Is it a drug community thing?
Yeah.
I missed
Like he's
that
running some
entirely.
kind of administration.
and that's why I
The
won't-
cartel.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, anyways, the bad guys devise a plan, kidnap the kid
Uh-huh.
in this hospital, which that scene was actually pretty cool, fight
was pretty
scene
cool,
wise.
yeah.
I liked it a lot. And Frank now needs to go rescue this kid because they're trying to get a ransom on him. They call the dad.
Right.
They want $5 million. The dad's
dad.
very upset about
Yeah.
$5 million.
But he does it.
He does it.
Because he's such a nerd. What a
He is a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that point.
We'll get back to that point.
The dad sucks in this movie.
But I thought it was funny when Audrey, the wife here,
Mhm.
she's having this, like, I guess feelings for the driver,
Oh,
the
yeah.
transporter, really trying to get in there. He gives her
She
the
was-
old classic.
Yeah.
It's not you, it's me. Not ready to go.
After she drove to his house to have
Yeah.
sex with it.
Yep. And we were like, wait, did she drive there? Scene ends. She drives back.
drives
home.
back.
Oh, she
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
drove home. He just hung out with her until she sobered up.
I
on the
guess.
drive
I've
home.
noticed this is actually so far a repeating pattern in the movies is like he establishes his masculine dominance, not because he's just slaying women left and right. He
Mhm.
actually is constantly rejecting the women
Yeah.
around him.
Oh, yeah.
They're always coming on to him. And
Power
he's like,
move.
He's
not
just
really
too
into
cool.
And if they push hard enough, he'll give in.
Yeah.
But with Audrey,
Begrudgingly.
I don't think he got
No.
in there.
no,
Jason
he didn't.
Statham didn't have sex in this movie.
No, he didn't.
No, he got a kiss
Wow.
on the cheek.
The bad guys had sex
They
in
did.
place of them, and there was a lot of sexual stuff throughout.
Right.
There was,
but-
oh my God.
They
We're not
really-
even going to get into the villain.
Well, they really
the villainess.
turned up the dial on the
Jesus
weird
Christ.
eroticism in this movie.
The
yeah.
amount of crotch shots we saw of her tattoo on the inner thigh.
It wasn't even important. The
Death by
tattoo's not
rabbit.
important.
Death by rabbit.
What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
I couldn't see what the image of it was.
Maybe
either.
it's referring to her as a
She the
bunny.
rabbit?
She's like a sexy
know?
Playboy bunny type thing.
Maybe.
The first
She's
time,
harmless, but you're going to get killed by this beautiful, harmless looking creature.
She's just naked with guns the
She
entire
is
movie.
naked with
Alright,
guns.
so
If
the-
this was rated R, she would be actually naked the whole time.
the way, so like the first time you see this in the movie, it's like kind of used for a purpose because Jason Statham is taking the kid to the doctor's office,
Right.
not realizing that the Colombian cartel bad guys
Mhm.
have murdered all the doctors so that they can covertly
Kidnap the kid.
kidnap the
Yeah.
kid.
Yep, administer the drug.
Yeah, or they didn't even want to kidnap him.
They wanted to give him the shot.
They just wanted to
actually.
give him the
Yeah,
shot
They
and
weren't
make
going to
him
take him
sick.
at all.
Right.
Plan B was
Was
the
to
It'd be a
kidnapping.
much shorter movie if that happened.
Yeah.
just
Which their
wouldn't-
plan was pretty good,
The plan, yeah.
honestly.
until they just started shooting cops left and right, and then you're like, all right, it's not really covert anymore.
Right.
It's not covered at all.
No, they kind of just went for it.
But anyway, so Jason Statham's sitting in the lobby while the kid's at the doctor's office, and then he starts noticing strange things, like the receptionist has this weird tattoo on like the inside of her like.
Yeah.
Why you looking there,
crotch
Jason?
top.
Yeah, her lab coat's open on the bottom, her legs out. You see the hot heels, right?
Yeah.
And a little tattoo, which they pan into her crotch.
Yeah.
I would say 5 times.
I think so. Yeah. So the first time you're like, all right, that's weird. And then there's other moments. And then he finally realizes something's wrong. And they break into action. But then they really do go into that same inner thigh crotch tattoo.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Multiple times.
It's creative ways too. They had like, they were like,
she's lying.
What's
in
another
bed.
way to do this? Okay. So we're tracking shot of the highway and then highway becomes her leg and then we go to her crotch.
Yeah. It's not,
what are we doing?
It's not like we need that to know it's her. She already has a short haircut, platinum blonde hair.
Yeah.
Eyes that are just dark with so much makeup.
Joker level dark eyes.
Yeah.
And no clothes, just skimpy.
You know it's her. You don't need the tattoo to identify her.
Yeah.
Did she even have a name in this movie?
Oh, I wish we watched that in the credits. Wall Street.
Wall Street. She's Wall Street. She's the
what
next
was that
villain.
guy's name? The main villain.
I don't know. He sucked. I did not like that villain at all.
You didn't like enjoy him as a bad villain?
I did not enjoy him as a villain.
I love him as a bad villain because he's just like a trash James Bond villain at that point. Talks like really fast about I don't even know what. But you start to actually listen to his lines and you're like, whoa, you had to say that?
Yeah.
He just barrels through it.
He does barrel through it.
He is going through dialogue.
And then what was his line on the plane where he pulls out the gun?
So he's like, Jason Statham shows up. The bad guy's about to get away on his flight. Jason Statham appears on the plane. Your flight's been canceled. And then the bad guy pulls out a gun. And 15 years earlier than 2020 says, you've been canceled.
Not knowing cancel culture.
And then Jason Statham crashes the plane.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the plane spinning, doing 360s,
that was
rapid descent, too
wild.
much.
That was actually the one fight scene I didn't like. That was the moment when
The
I was
rolling?
like,
Did you not like the ceiling?
I just like that wasn't a clever
Yeah.
fight scene. That was a
Yeah.
fight scene about two guys just hammering each other.
Well, maybe the
But
main
no,
guy doesn't know how to fight, and
I
they
don't
didn't
think
feel
he
like bringing
does.
in a stunt double for him.
I guess.
I get-
Which I feel like they probably don't have that many stunt doubles.
I mean,
Like all the bad guys fighting, I feel like they can actually fight.
I think those were
Probably.
just stunt performers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, there were cool fights in this movie, though.
Oh, most of
Like-
the fights were awesome. That was
Yeah.
the one point when I was like, even though I knew this was a shorter movie, I was like, actually, the pacing is starting to
Dude,
get exhausting for
Yeah.
me here.
the fire hose scene,
That was cool.
tying them all up,
Oh,
throwing
yeah.
that thing around, it's impressive.
So cool.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like the oil slick. fight
Yes.
Oh,
for
they
this
so
movie.
many good callbacks in this
Yeah.
film. The oil
They
slick, the
make,
mandolins. I was
They
so
make the
happy.
mandolins
First of all,
again.
the French guy's back. You guys didn't know.
The Madeline.
Hell yeah.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Solid B plot in this movie.
Wait, let's talk about his life. So
Okay.
I would be pretty upset if I was him. He's coming over to America for vacation. Who
Right.
knows if this is his first time in the
taking
States
like
or not.
yeah, 10-hour
Right?
flight.
Yeah.
Takes a 10-hour flight. His buddy, which they don't even call each other friends for some
No,
reason.
that's kind
I
of a
don't-
weird thing in
I
this
don't
movie,
know.
too.
They bring it up a lot.
They're
He
like,
brought it
"We're
up
not
first,
friends."
Then that guy brought it up to the cops himself. You know,
Right.
we're not. I just cook in his kitchen. I come visit him. It's all good. We're not friends.
Yeah.
I think they're
Maybe
just
it went
calling
over our
back to the
heads.
original where they have this playful relationship
Okay.
where he shows up and he's like, "Hey, my job's to keep an eye on you, but like, I kind of like you're a cool dude. I kind of like checking up on you as a friend, but I'm not gonna call you a friend." And then this one,
Yeah.
they're like, "Let's do that same thing," but it's completely out of context at this
Right.
point.
It was like a good comic relief thing. It wasn't like uproariously funny, but like
Yeah, he wasn't the
Pacing
best,
wise,
pacing-wise, it was
really
fun.
good.
Yeah,
They
Yeah.
needed that.
but he gets to cook the mandolins.
he does. Yeah.
Which that's what I was waiting for.
Then he makes like
Croque Monsieur.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
That is
can you
a-
talk about that?
It's been a long time, but it's basically like a French. Yeah, if anyone French is ever
Okay.
listening to this podcast, they're probably going to come and kill me. But
I mean, I've been yelling
Really?
mandolins, which I don't know if that's correct.
it's Madeline's. But we,
Oh,
we
damn it. Mandolins
Yelling
are
instruments,
instruments,
it's
you
instruments.
idiot.
Yeah, I know. It's too late.
can't be undone.
I cannot edit that out.
It's like
We've
a
said
re-
it too many times.
Yeah, I know. I
A
know.
really good French ham and cheese sandwich, but like really good with
Okay.
like I don't remember if there's
Smothered?
a spot. Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of sauce in it.
Okay.
So yeah, let's talk about his vacation, right?
Okay.
Maybe his first time in the States. Who
Right.
knows? Flies in. First of all, he's here for not long.
Maybe
it
a
seems
weekend.
like
He's seen
like a
weekend.
day
Like
or
a weekend.
A
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah.
So he flies in, gets to his house, starts cooking.
How does he get there?
Taxi, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Taxi,
He just
'cause I
taxis to
guess-
his unlocked house and gets inside.
Yep, gets inside, starts cooking mandolins. And, the cops show up, take him in.
Yeah.
And
Like
then,
a full SWAT team shows
yeah.
up
and they take him in, and then he cooks some more at the police station.
Right.
after criticizing them for their police
Shit
station
sandwiches.
food.
Yeah. And then he takes a nap on the couch, does some police work,
He like hacks their computers.
is working.
He's
Yeah.
basically
Actually
he's
working.
like Jason Statham's like operator. Like
yeah.
He's got an internship in the
Information.
States. That's what
Right,
he's
yeah.
got an internship with the Miami Beach.
Yeah, he came in and worked for a weekend.
He came in and worked overnight shift with the Miami PD, and then gets driven back to the airport at the end of the movie
Yeah.
and goes home.
Yeah. This movie kind of just like ends too. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess there's like it's building and it's building, but
They-
like it's just like okay, then the plane crashes and he pulls him out, and then it's like I
They get the
guess
episode-
everyone's cured now. I mean, I
Minus
don't
that
feel like I
guy's
need
back.
to see that, but
nah.
they don't really. There's no like he doesn't go like hang out with the family. He like goes to the
Well, he
hospital. and,
tries.
like,
He goes to the
gives them
hospital and he
flowers.
goes, Audrey, I'm ready now.
Right.
And then he looks and he goes, Audrey is no longer available.
Damn,
She's hanging out with Jeffrey Billings.
that guy sucks. I hated that
That
dad.
guy sucks.
Jefferson, even worse.
That's his
Jesus
name,
Christ.
Jefferson Billings.
Yeah.
Jefferson Billings.
And played by Matthew Modine, formerly of Full Metal Jacket. You're
Yep.
like, okay, this is gonna be a good. No, oh,
Oh,
my god, this
God.
guy is unbearably bad. I am glad that it's like they're giving a male this kind of
Yeah.
role instead of this is typically like
Totally.
they make the annoying.
Oh,
one,
yeah.
like
That
and
is
then you're like,
yeah.
ugh. So I was like, all right, this
That Audrey's the cool one here.
Audrey is
it's
cool.
a very progressive,
Like a
for
cool soccer
2004.
mom. Gets a little drunk on the weekend, you know.
Just
Drinks
hook up with
and
her driver.
drives. Hooks up with the chauffeur on the side. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tells her girlfriends, you'll never believe this.
They do drop Keith David way too quick. I guess after the
Oh,
kidnapping.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was the best actor there
Yeah.
by far.
What happened to Keith David?
So after they like find the kid, he's like the kidnapping handler.
done,
So they
right.
just
Yeah.
like send him home.
Okay, yeah, that's
Job
right.
done.
Well, did he? That's I guess that's something that was kind of confusing for me is they didn't really explain like who got the virus, or they didn't really even follow that.
Well, they
Is
said
the main plot
everybody who.
But
And-
like the cops that were there when they got the kid
Mhm.
definitely got it.
Oh yeah,
Are they
all got
dead?
it.
Like, is Keith David dead? Like, did they get to everyone within 24 hours
They're,
to give
they're,
them
they're
this?
sucking the main bad guy drive his own blood.
I guess.
And, like,
Yeah.
transfusing everybody.
Because in the movie, he injects himself with the antidote.
So he is the antidote.
So he's the antidote.
Which, if you're
Which
not
does that-
matching the blood type, which,
Also, does that work?
I
Wouldn't your
don't
body
think
just like
so.
process it?
Yeah.
And, like,
Probably overdose on it.
yeah.
Just slumps over. That'd be a fun way to end
You
it.
can-
yeah. And I feel like the white blood cells would eventually just kill it off anyways. Right?
Yeah.
It's not going to
Just
hang
absorb
out
it.
with the antibody. I don't know.
I think we're thinking
no
way too
expert
hard
here.
about this.
Yeah.
This
Let's
is-
call the CDC. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. Hey, you got coronavirus figured out
Let's
yet?
call Luke Besson
Yeah.
and see what he
Yeah. Hey, Luke, what's up with this?
What the fuck?
Did Keith
What
David
kind
die?
of Gatorade is it? Is it lemon lime or not? Can you tell us that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't need to know. We're just kind of like, I guess that it's just one of those like they saved the day. You're good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it anymore. Movies.
You know, again, not that many people died.
Not really. That one dude when the boat fell
Ooh,
down on him.
Yeah.
There was a fight.
He
The
sank.
big dude on the boat.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which
he's
was a great scene,
very
especially with
Great
someone
scene.
that large moving
Yeah.
around that fast.
Oh yeah,
Very cool.
that was cool.
Yeah, that's part of why the fight scenes are so fun. Is like they have fun with the weapons that are being fought with, or like the opponents that
Yeah.
Jason Statham, and they don't shy away from the fact that he's like an average like height guy.
Yeah.
Right.
They give him people who are way taller than him just to show how
Yeah.
good a fighter he is, and then the environments. He starts to win that fight when he goes inside like a tiny yacht
Yep.
and
Yeah.
just starts bouncing off the walls. It's amazing.
Crawling
It's
through
almost.
windows.
I mean, this is probably heresy. It's almost a little Jackie Chan-y, like with the like using the environment, like throwing people into things and like
It's clever.
rolling
Yeah.
around, and it's very clever. Like it's very well. It's good fight scenes,
Yeah.
like front to back.
And it's unique, right? Like the oils
Yeah.
Oof.
from
I
the
haven't
first
seen
one.
that.
I haven't seen that. And then
I haven't
the
seen
fire
that since.
hose,
Fire
tying
hose.
people up, turning it on.
Cool.
Also unique.
Even then, like, or the when he's fighting people with samurai swords and he like starts dumping them into the
Oh, yeah.
trash can.
Yeah.
It's just like a gag, like a little thing that like
Mhm.
makes it pop a little bit more.
Yeah. It's like a
Fun.
yeah. It's very entertaining every single fight scene. It's not like what we were talking about earlier with what was the movie? Was it a James Bond movie where they're just punching each other on the sand?
Mission Impossible 2.
Oh yeah, Mission Impossible, where they're just punching each other on the sand for 10 minutes.
So long. Yeah, there's nothing to be gained.
Even like John Wick, the last one, he'll unlock like a new move he's into, and then you'll see it like 4 or 5 times back to back to back to back to back. You know, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
That is something. I do really like the John Wick movies, but I feel like each one's like around the 2-hour mark. And what is really good about these so far is they're each like an hour and a half. Like
get in, get out.
The pacing of it, they know exactly how to like get you interested, like complicate the plot enough, have a rest moment, another exciting moment. It's like energetic.
It's weird that I'm satisfied at the end of it.
Oh,
you know, I don't want more per se.
Well,
but I mean, I don't want that to go on longer.
I thought
I'm happy where it ended.
This is perfect.
Yes, I thought we would be suffering a lot more for the first episode of this podcast. I really thought we'd really hate the Transporter movies.
This is why I have these on DVDs. Like
they're good.
They're fun. Yeah.
I mean, the first 2 at least have been good.
Yep. We got third one could be scary.
Yeah.
What's the time frame? Because I'm thinking the first one was 02. Second one was like 04, 05.
And third's like 07, maybe 08.
Okay, so that's that's consistent.
Zone.
Yeah.
And fourth one's 2015.
Right.
Whoa.
And a different actor.
And a different actor.
No.
And a different director, I think. Right?
Oh, yeah, different everything.
That'll be fun. That'll be a good palate cleanser.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah, it'll be. I'm glad it's at the end of this.
Are you?
I don't know. I think that might.
Yeah.
You want to be in a bad mood for 14 hours we're making a podcast?
I want my mood to improve throughout the day.
Okay. Does anybody know anything about the third one? Okay,
you guys are gonna be.
I don't. Oddly enough, I have seen the second one.
I feel like I've seen.
I did not think I did.
So I know there's a sex scene in a car in the third one, so I feel like you might have
That's
seen
the one
that.
I've seen.
I've been waiting for a steamy hand on the window.
I don't want to like set you guys up to go into this like expecting it to be bad because I still enjoy it. Like, still watch this a good amount of times. I think you're gonna hate the main girl.
Damn.
Like the love interest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I personally think the bad guy is the best actor of all the bad guys they've had in the shows.
In the third one.
In the third one.
Okay, that's exciting.
But we'll see.
Do you guys think it's weird that he didn't actually have a love interest in this one? Like the same as the first?
No. Because they would have had to force it. Like there's so much going on. And they show that there's a lot of like sexuality and like love interest, but they just don't.
I guess in this one, instead of rescuing the woman, he's rescuing the kid.
I guess.
You know?
And they have more of an emotional connection.
I kind of feel like
that comparison.
Yeah. I kind of feel like
that's what they went for.
They were going for the love interest with the villain, almost like with
that's just
the
her.
chick.
That's her personality.
Well, she was like licking his face and stuff. That's definitely something.
I don't think they're going for like love, but they're trying to get your.
I don't know.
You need to have some amount of sexuality in an action movie. They're like, all right, we'll let this one. Literally, the main woman, after he like politely rejects her when she drunk drives to his house, she says, "Thank you for the respect."
That was very
You're
wholesome.
Like,
yeah,
all right.
That was wholesome.
That was wholesome.
And that's like the first 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
At first, everyone was like, whoa, they're getting into it quick. And then we're like, oh, no.
I mean, she's looking at him when he pulls up.
Oh, yeah.
She's leaning over in the car talking to him. She's ready.
That happens 3 times in this movie. Well, I guess we should just go into the third one.
Check it out.
See if it's wholesome or not.
Oh, it's
not. Oh, no. Steamy window.
But it's fun.
My boss said you're the man for the job.
But unavailable.
You have 10 seconds to change your mind.
And I'll give you 5 seconds to remove your hand. Don't think of this as just another job. Think of it as a mission. One condition. I drive my own car.
We changed the oil, gave it a tune-up, took out all the non-essentials.
I got you my light company.
You want to tell me what this is all about?
When you pass 75 feet from the car, complete the mission, save your life.
You didn't mention you bring company.
It's complicated.
With you, it's always complicated.
They're going to kill us!
Do not.
You really should think more positive.
Step away
from the vehicle.
You've disappointed me. I've been thinking any idiot with a driver's license will do.
You're fired. Jason Statham.
You think we're playing games, Frank?
A little late for warnings, don't you think? One more step, Frank. Come on, one more. Transporter 3.
Okay, we're
Being
good.
from South.
Being from South.
That was a rough one, huh?
Uh,
That one's bad.
yeah.
That was real bad.
That went so downhill for me. First and second one.
I was having such a good time.
Yep.
Yeah. That one was 10 minutes longer than the other two, but twice as long
It felt
spiritually.
like it,
Felt spiritually. I thought I was in some kind of weird drug trip.
I guess just like the plot of this very quickly, and then we can talk about the important parts.
Yeah, Henry, I think you're gonna have to
So
go for this one.
Yeah.
there's like I don't know who the
That's
bad
great.
guys are.
That sums it up.
Perfect.
Don't quite know who
It's
the
not
bad
like
guys
it's
are.
a complicated plot. I just
don't.
don't care about it.
Yeah.
So there's multiple cargo ships full of radioactive waste, and the
Right.
bad guys want to get the Ukrainian prime minister to allow them to, I guess, dump it in their world. They're not.
They don't really say.
He's just an
Kinda.
environmentalist, and they are like evil corporate waste people.
Yeah.
They never really
E
explain
Corp.
Garbage
Yeah,
people. They just
like
they want to
garbage.
dump garbage.
Yeah.
That's
And
their
they-
thing.
And so, in order to enforce this, they kidnap Ukrainian prime minister's daughter. And for whatever reason, rather than just keep her in like a secure location, put her in a
They start
car
driving her
and
across.
just driving her
Europe.
across Europe. And the added twist that is like the only fun part of this movie is that they put her and her driver with little magnetic wristbands that blow up if you get 75
Yes.
feet away from the car. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
solid gimmick. So we start because her original driver, one of Jason Statham's proteges,
Yeah.
comes to him for help, but then they send him away in an ambulance and he blows up 75 feet.
Yeah, which that dude seemed cool.
That guy seemed cool.
I wanted a little
alright.
bromance
I
going
wanted to just
between
watch
Frank and Malcolm.
that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just hang out and they're like, dude, what you been up to? He's like, crazy jobs. Let me tell you about 'em."
Been driving this chick around.
I've been
for
driving
weeks.
this monster around.
Speaking of that monster,
Oh my
What
god. How to
in the
describe
world?
her?
that is the least likable love interest in a movie
Yep.
I've ever watched.
So I guess to describe her, she's very similar in build to the last villain, the second one.
Yeah.
Except the villain in the second one had blonde short hair,
Mhm.
the crotch tattoo we talked about
We
extensively.
did. Yeah. That was Andrew's favorite
This
part of this
one-
film so far.
Is the same frame, tall, slender,
Yeah.
short, red hair this time.
Well, she's wearing a black wig at the beginning, but they don't really do anything with that.
No, that's just she parties.
Yeah. Cool.
They're like she
In a wig.
parties.
She wears a wig.
Yep. And then besides that, she also has a dark eye makeup,
Yeah.
so it's on point.
Raccoon eye.
Raccoon-eyed
Yeah.
lunatic.
And then yeah, she goes from like really moody to then throwing like tantrums, then like doing drugs and
Yeah.
like getting attention. We were talking before about how like Jason Statham's thing in these movies is to like reject the advances of the
my
women.
God.
Right,
In
yeah.
this one, she literally blackmails him
Yeah.
into having
Yep.
sex with her. She's like, "I've got the keys right here. You're gonna do this."
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's
Do you,
pretty
think
bad.
do you think it's a moral thing for him where he goes, you know what? I shouldn't hook up with them, but if they try hard enough,
Yeah.
I have to give in, right? Or is he actually not in the mood and he has too
I don't
much on
know.
his mind where he goes, listen, I am.
We've never heard what Rule 5 is in any
Yeah.
of the movies, so it's possible.
I
Are
think
there-
that's rule
That's
5.
probably rule 5.
But he broke
yeah.
all the rules in this one, which also was kind of lame.
He breaks all the rules in all of the movies. That's all he
Yeah.
does is break the rules.
But he keeps talking about
He
it.
keeps
in this
talking
one.
about those rules.
Yeah.
Man, she was just so childish.
She was a 4-year-old the whole time.
Yeah.
She was moody and silent at first. Didn't want to talk about anything.
Yeah.
Then she took 2 Mollies.
And then went into a gas station, pissed on the floor,
Pissed on the floor.
stole a thing of vodka.
I think that's the service at that fucking gas station. The guy goes, all right, it's 50 rupees. And
Yeah.
you get to take a swig out of that bottle, piss on the ground, eat some chips.
That, just an animal.
Animal. The whole time Jason goes, don't.
Stop, please
Don't.
stop. She keeps talking about all these restaurants she wants to go to.
That's my least favorite part about this shit.
That's the basis of their relationship.
The first time she starts talking about a menu, fish, carrots, black pepper. I cannot. I go, what is that? Is that something you know on the menu?
Yeah.
Black pepper, exotic. Like what?
The chicken is so fresh, the butter come out of it.
I feel
what?
Excuse me?
Okay, if you're gonna have seasoning on fish, right?
Okay.
Would you list black pepper as a highlight of this dish?
I don't know. Probably not.
You'd say like a black pepper sauce, and then people are like, "Oh, that
Okay,
sounds pretty
yeah,
good."
but would you say
a salty sauce? No,
Salty sauce.
But you're not
Salty
gonna
sauce.
say a black pepper. Then she goes, wine, pink from south.
Yeah. It's I don't understand what they were thinking when they decided this was going to be the main.
Dude,
Well, I feel like you see in a lot of the movies, like everyone's always like kind of annoying Jason Statham.
yeah.
Like the first chick, like everyone,
That's
like that's so if I'm trying to get into the writer's point of view, it's like part of the fun then. It's like he's a cool, like gentleman dude.
Right.
But then he also like has to bend his rules and like get a little out of his comfort zone. I feel like they took that, but then lost their minds.
Yeah.
Like he's not enjoying it.
No, we're not enjoying it.
No,
We're
no
not
one's
enjoying
enjoying
it. Who's enjoying it? I don't even know if she's enjoying
It
it.
doesn't seem like it.
I mean, I must have enjoyed
Oh.
it when I first saw it, but I also remembered her being really annoying, so it could have just been like Stockholm syndrome.
Maybe, I don't know.
Annoying.
The fight scenes in this one suck too.
That was
That's-
tragic. The
Yeah.
the bicycle chase, I think, was solid, but everything else.
I mean, they
was-
got a
Yeah.
pro BMXer.
It looks.
Yeah.
It was
He
definitely.
was
not
grinding
Jason
down like a
Statham.
No,
20
but-
stair in a warehouse. It was sick.
That was a cool scene.
that was exciting.
Every fight scene where they were just fighting though was just punching.
Yeah.
Like there was no
Yeah.
like cool.
He did
like-
some stuff with his clothes, like wrapping it around, but it was
Yeah.
like
But it was all like shaky camera and then
Shaky
sped
cam,
up
sped
so much.
over
Yes.
edited. It was bummer.
Yeah, they were doing that thing where they slowed it, like they were filming at half speed. It looked like they weren't going full tilt, and then they just sped it up in post to make
A
it
lot.
look
They sped it up a lot.
to make it look real.
Even the shooting scenes too, with him
yeah,
putting the gun up and putting it away and swinging it around.
I don't.
Everything was
Yeah.
sped up.
I don't think there were any like shooting scenes in the first two movies that are just him shooting at other people. It's
I don't.
always
He doesn't really use guns in the
No.
first two movies. I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
kind of, but
only to like finish off one
Yeah.
guy and then he gets rid of him. Like he empties out a clip in like
Yeah.
the first movie and then just ditches the gun. Whereas in this one, they're like, all right, just kill everyone. We don't have
he
time.
kills
for this.
so many people in this movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the non-violence we were talking about in number one is gone.
Yeah.
This one
Escalated. He
crushes
goes, I'm gonna
people.
get the craziest woman by my side. And we're gonna stick
Yeah.
together after all this. And I'm
Yeah.
just gonna start murdering everyone. He goes,
That's what he did. He just killed people. the
killed
entire
people.
movie.
This one.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. Is there anything else? Like, do you want to talk about anything else in this movie? This one's just bad.
I thought the bad guy was okay.
You
I mean,
said this was your
Okay,
favorite
yeah.
bad guy.
Yeah, it
Out of
still
all
is
of
my
them.
favorite bad guy.
I think he's probably the best actor. Of
Yeah,
the three.
best actor of the bad. He's
I-
not a good bad guy. I wouldn't be like, all right, top 10 bad guys.
Sure.
Transporter 3.
Yeah.
But like, he's like a believable
Yeah.
villain.
Our French
Solid.
friend.
He's
He's
Oh, he's
amazing,
back, yeah.
but he didn't do that much. In
He
this
really
one,
didn't
you
do
know?
very much.
he
in
did
this
get
one.
more screen time though.
Yeah.
That's
Compared to
better,
the second one.
but-
Yeah.
I will tell you the scene with at the bottom of the river filling up those
That was-
bags
that
with
was
air out
insane.
of the tires.
Yeah. So, do you want to just like explain that scene a little bit?
Yeah, so he's still got the bracelet, right?
Yeah.
He can't get 75 feet from the car.
Mhm.
He's on a bridge. He's surrounded
He just let the girl
out of the
go.
car.
Yeah.
So
'cause
the
she's-
package was
yeah.
delivered, right?
Yeah.
So
The
they're
bad
gonna
guys
keep
got her. Yeah.
He can't do anything about that. Otherwise, both of them probably blow up. So he lets her go. They start shooting at him. So he revs up his car, classic style, like in every one of these. In the first one, he did it over a bridge
Mhm.
and didn't break through the barrier somehow.
Flew over it.
Flew over it.
Mhm.
Second one, he blew through a barrier, which was cool.
Yeah.
Same thing. This one,
He did it a lot of times in this movie.
yeah. Oh yeah, for the train too.
Yeah.
But anyways, for the water part, he burns out, gets his tires going, launches into the river, gets shot at
A lot.
a lot. None of the bullets break the glass
Or anything.
or
No.
anything.
Car is
no
sinking
holes.
this whole
No
time.
holes in the car.
No holes in the
All
car.
good.
Yeah.
It's
Car's
full of water
sinking.
though.
Yeah.
It is, but it's slowly filling up.
Yeah.
Like the first scene we see
He has
him,
time to call his friend.
That's right. He
pulls
does
out
make a
his cell
call.
phone, and he's calling his friend, and his friend says, "Hey, where are you?" And he goes, "I'm in the lake." And he goes, "Which lake?" He goes, "Under the dam."
And then
A random security guard was like,
overhears
I know the dam.
I know the dam. 10 minutes from here. Let's go. Which it doesn't even matter that they went there. They ended up going there just to fix the car because he goes down, releases the tire pressure. He's breathing out of the tire pressure, which was cool. I was into that.
Is that?
It'd be really hard, but I think you could probably do it. I don't know.
That was interesting. That was
cool.
Yeah.
Because at first he kind of goes into the bag and breathes himself, which I thought was, cool.
Right.
He's got they're going back to this unique thing of the old movies, which I enjoyed.
I was excited.
So he has these duffel bags in the back of his car
for
reasons we don't need to get into.
Huge. They're massive.
Big
massive
bags.
Orange
bag.
duffel bags.
So after breathing out through his own tires, then
he fills them up with the rest of the tires.
Fills up the duffel bags, and you're like, all right.
And the duffel bags, let me tell you, they are massive.
The
The amount of air in those would be
Yeah.
8 tractor tires per bag.
Definitely, yeah.
And so the car at this point gets lifted from the bottom of the river.
It does, yeah.
By the power
Since
of the duffel bag.
he can't leave the car, right? So I was thinking, oh man, is he gonna just breathe the air forever at the bottom of this river and wait for his friend?
I kind of hope he was just driving it on the bottom of the river. That's what I was hoping for.
Yep. Well, it gets just as ridiculous because he floats up there.
Yeah.
Some dude with a tractor pulls him out, which we didn't see any of that.
No, just
happen.
some random farmer pulled him out
He's
of the
just
lake.
getting pulled out, and then with his French friend, he gets the car back up and running in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
The car's been at the bottom of the river for 15 minutes.
This
at
car's
least.
done a lot of things.
Yeah.
This car's been places.
Nothing's broken on it, including the window he broke himself
Right.
and came through,
I forgot about that.
which respawned immediately.
It did, yeah.
As soon as he broke it, it was back. That was upsetting.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, it really let out all the momentum we had going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really thought this was going to be just a smooth sailing.
I thought, I was
First
surprised how good the second one was.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the same crew.
Huh. Well, there is one more.
Oh my god.
There is one more film.
A final transporter.
Final Transporter.
Oh,
What's
there was
it called?
Transporter Refueled or something with refueled in the title.
Probably.
I was gonna say really quick. I found it interesting.
It's brutal.
So Transporter 3 came out in 2008.
Okay.
Which is same year as The Dark Knight, which
Oh.
this has been a personal, thought of mine. After The Dark Knight, truly makes Batman a pulp comic hero, like dark and gritty.
Right.
Everything starts becoming dark and gritty. Like Planet of the Apes becomes dark
Oh.
and gritty. Godzilla becomes dark and gritty. Like, I personally believe that precipitated Hollywood's launch into dark and gritty. And now we've kind of gone on the other way with
Interesting.
Marvel stuff, which is now like light and
Bringing
poppy.
it back to life.
Yeah.
But like when Transporter 3 came out, it was like right on the cusp.
The end of fun.
Yeah, like
It
the
really
first two
is
movies
fun.
are like fun and just smooth sailing, and this one starts with like a couple guys getting melted by nuclear waste, and then
Yeah.
like they find a way to get a fight scene in there early, but like it takes a while for even Frank to show up.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like that's honestly the biggest mood kill right away is that the girl is so dark and sad.
Yeah.
Doom and gloom.
Doom and gloom.
Dumb and gloom.
I want to dance.
Frank, why are you so serious, Frank?
Frank, make playtime for me.
Make playtime with me, Frank.
She wanted to say make time for me, but she also wanted to say play with me, and she
Make
said
play
make
for me,
playtime
Frank."
for me, Frank.
Jeez.
Then he does the saddest striptease I've ever seen.
Jeez. Yikes. You guys have a favorite line from what was her name?
Valentina.
Valentina.
Wait. What was it? What did she say?
Oh, when she flips him off.
When she flips him off.
Think about this.
Oh, yeah.
Think this.
Think this.
That was the best
She
one.
flips him off.
That was the best.
I can't remember how he sets it up. He's like, think about all the. I can't even remember it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. He's like, think about all the things we could have done together. And she's like, think this, and holds up the finger.
He doesn't even retaliate.
No.
He goes, I can't deal with
I
this
cannot
woman
do
anymore.
this, yeah.
Jesus
This is why I
Christ.
had to hire a driver to just keep you out there in the countryside.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the one driving her around. He goes, I can't handle
won't
this.
do it.
I'll hire someone else.
I'll hire someone else to deal with this right now.
I did bring up the 2008 thing because the final movie comes out 7 years later in 2015. So just a whole new world.
Oof.
We're out of 20 aughts. And anyway, I'm curious to see
I'm
how
excited.
they fuck it up.
And you haven't seen this.
I have not seen this
I don't
one.
think I have either. I don't.
So Frenchman's definitely not in here.
Well, it's
Probably
not
not.
Jason Statham. So I don't know. I feel like that means the original cast is probably not there.
Yeah.
But I might be completely wrong about that. It might just be the French dude.
It might be his movie.
I'd love
Him
that.
cooking mandolins.
Not a chance.
I'm gonna learn
Yeah,
how to
I
say that
wish.
word one day.
Did they
but-
fucking? They didn't fucking cook.
No, that's
God
that's
damn
what's
it.
missing.
That's the
it.
problem.
They
with
talked
this
about
movie.
fucking pepper and fish for
Pepper,
too long.
so much food. And
But-
when the French
but no
guy talks
mandolins.
about the food, it's incredible,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're like, let me see you. I want to watch you make more food.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this more.
Yeah.
Put that carrots in the fish, and then it is good.
And then there is butter.
The amount of time, every time a location is brought up, they're like Budapest. Or
I know a
Bucharest. You go,
restaurant.
I know a restaurant. You're like, here we go. Here we fucking go again. Talking about some kind of basic ass food.
Yeah. Okay.
I am curious. So the guy who plays the transporter in the new one,
Yes.
Ed Skrein, who plays the bad guy in the first Deadpool. So he's pretty solid in that one. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like pretty much just a really hot guy. Mostly acts
Yeah.
like he doesn't do a lot in Deadpool. Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds all the way, but you know, he doesn't drag it down. He was in Game of Thrones in like season 2 or 3, and they recast him in the next season. So
wow.
not
Shit.
the best.
Damn.
That's crazy.
It's hardcore.
They just kill people in that show.
Yeah.
They recast
No,
him.
they're like, we like this character. We need to take this in a new direction.
Like, this character's too important now. You're
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
Out of the
intense.
round.
That's a slam in the face.
We will see what
What's-
Ed brings to the table.
I wonder if
Okay.
Luke actually wrote this one. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's written all 3, right?
Yeah,
so
he's
far.
co-wrote all 3. So
We'll find out,
hopefully.
I guess.
This could just be a completely different movie.
I kind of hope.
I
think
hope it's different.
Any
than the
turn
fish
would
and
be a
black
good
pepper.
turn at this point.
Hello?
Is this the transporter?
Technology moves fast, doesn't it? I mean, as soon as you think they can't come up with something, they come up with something else. Makes you wonder if guys like me will be out of a job. No. People will always need guys like me, right? You're gonna make me late.
How you like me now?
Where are the packages?
These are the packages.
How you like me now?
Now drive.
Don't worry. We will make him pay.
How you like me now?
Well, boys, we did it. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might have started on a chill one, though.
Yeah.
But still, it's what we need.
It'll get worse.
It'll get
It'll-
worse.
yeah.
It did fly by, and I think what I was afraid of was just mentally being captivated the whole time and having to think
Sure. Yeah.
hard. These plots were so simple.
Oh, they're so
Yeah.
easy.
You know, that
Yeah.
there's not much to think about. It's
Yeah.
just laid out for you. It's just you sit down, you take the ride. That's it.
For real. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
why they're good. That's why people like them. Is like, I don't want to say like disposable movies, but it's very much just like
it's very like
take it in, enjoy
watch
it.
it, don't, and you will not think about this. This
Yeah.
this will not be in your brain ever again.
No.
Yeah, pure.
That's why I
entertainment.
forgot I watched the second one.
Yeah, that was
I
one of the better
fully
ones.
watched
Yeah.
that movie. Gone from my brain forever. It is back now for a little bit.
The second one was, I think the second one was fun. The fourth one though I thought it was pretty good.
Surprisingly
Surprisingly
solid.
good.
Good. And I wasn't that mad that it wasn't, Jason or the
No.
French. Missing the Frenchman was sad.
But
Yeah.
they did replace that with like the new dynamic between the new Frank and his dad.
His dad
his
is
dad.
cool.
Yeah.
His dad is cool.
His
And he got the
dad-
3-way.
His dad three-wayed in this movie. Yeah.
That was dope.
That's
Okay.
the main thing I think we all took away from it.
His dad three ways in this movie. Watch
I mean,
it.
who gets to retire, then the next day gets the 3-way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He
With
gets
some
kidnapped
babes.
the day after he retires.
He's
Yeah.
also loving his kidnapping the entire
Oh,
time.
loving
He's just
it.
flirting with his
Way too
captors.
into it.
They're flirting back.
Drinking vodka with them. They're asking him if he wants more vodka.
Yeah. He's just partying with them the entire time.
I was worried when it started because it starts with a bunch of dudes just murdering people and then setting up a prostitution ring. I was like, oh, this is going to be like.
That was a rough start. But
yeah, like dark and weird.
After that, not much happened in this movie.
No, it's like, you know, the girls go on their revenge against the guys. Surprisingly, like, I don't want to say like an intelligent revenge story, just like
it was kind of cool though.
There's enough, like more going on than just like we're just gonna kill them one by one.
Yeah. There was actually some like interesting heist stuff, I guess. Like the
money transferring.
Oh yeah, when they
drag and drop 120 mil, and then drop it again,
and then like
in another 5 seconds.
Swipe right, 120 mil.
Yeah, that part was not great, but. I don't know. Like the club scene was cool. I like the club scene when they were like putting the gas.
Everybody.
They were gassing everyone in the club. That was really cool. I like that.
Yeah, you trying to go to that club where everyone got gassed last week? I think that's what the guy was upset about. He goes, "Listen, my reputation is screwed."
Yeah, I do understand why people probably would not be like invested in this movie at all, though. Like, there's not like a reason to like there's not like a driving plot. It's like they're stealing stuff
they're
for
just
the entire
getting
movie.
there's
nothing happening other than
and the build up of 15 years, you don't feel that.
Oh yeah,
right. Because the first scene, they look the same age as they are now,
right?
Because it goes from them showing up, they're 12 years old apparently. Right?
Oh yeah,
and they show up, and the guy's like, "You work for me now. You're going to have to love your work, learn to love it."
Yeah.
And then it flash forward 15 years. She looks identical to what we just saw.
Yeah. It felt like we should be taking it more seriously.
In like that moment.
Yeah.
A couple moments.
You know, like the movie, like the subject matter is about prostitution rings and like killing Russian prostitution
czars,
mob bosses.
Crime czars.
Yeah.
Crime. That's what it said in the newspaper. The
crime
czar murder.
Yeah. But it doesn't take it that seriously, and it's I don't know. I had a good time.
Much better than the third one.
Oh, the third
Breath
one,
of fresh air.
Yeah,
and it's crazy that the guy that directed it edited the third one.
Yeah, so much better.
One of the worst things about the third one was
the editing.
How over edited it was.
Yeah,
I guess he didn't edit this one.
He just corrected it.
So like, hey, you get out of there.
Yeah, all right,
bud. He's trying to edit this one too. They're like, no,
nah, man. Not for you.
I'm surprised this got. You said it got a 16.
Yeah, I'm very surprised this was so hated.
Really? So this is rated lower than the third one?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Really, the third one is dog shit.
Awful.
Yeah, it's like I can see that this one is not like, again, like we're saying, it's like pretty disposable. It's just surprising to me that so many people hate that.
Yeah,
and it is also interesting to think about like. I also thought Ed Skrein was like pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Like,
yeah,
I liked him.
Solid.
I held it through.
Yeah.
He's not as like charming, I guess, or like there's something more like star powerish about Jason Statham.
He's a better. Jason Statham's a better fighter.
Definitely,
which is part of it, I think.
Huge part of it.
But I think it's like about like star power. Like he
yeah.
leaves like an imprint on you, whereas this guy's like perfectly good, but also like a little forgettable.
That's fair.
I wonder.
Yeah, I would. For in a year, I'm not gonna remember who played.
Yeah.
Him,
yeah.
You know,
I wonder if like how much of the backlash was because it wasn't Jason Statham.
Totally.
And they just were mad about that. I don't feel like I missed him that much though. Like it doesn't need a strong charismatic lead for this movie. It's an action movie where they're robbing places and fighting people.
Yeah, they didn't need to make this through the Transporter series.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like if they hadn't though, like it wouldn't have gotten made because people would have just been like,
why are we watching this random action movie?
Yeah.
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 I would also argue, I think the charisma of Jason Statham is what gets you into them. Obviously, you stay and enjoy like the action scenes, but like I feel like that's why it's a series. Like, period. Yeah. It's because he's like a charismatic and like I don't want to say interesting character, but like that is the fun of it. Is like he's a guy with rules who always breaks
the rules. Yeah. I'd agree with that. Jason Statham's he's the reason those first two movies are interesting and worth watching, I think.
Yeah. I will say I think the acting, like if you put it like on an average, like all of the actors in this one were solid, which you
Yeah.
cannot say for any of the first three.
Oh my
That's very
God.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very fair.
I was like, everyone's doing a pretty good job.
This is not a bad series of films.
No.
People make fun of this series of films as like kind of throwaway garbage, like, but these are 3 out of 4 pretty good movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly fun.
If I had to watch all 4 of these again, I could deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third
That is
one,
saying something.
the third one, obviously skip the third one.
I mean, for laughs, but it's
Not
just
even
not
for
fun
laughs.
enough. It's not funny.
It's
enough.
not funny enough.
You'd have to see it with your buddies to laugh at it, but even then, it's kind of like
It's a waste.
It's
There's so many
it's-
better things you could watch.
it's trauma
Or
bonding.
worse things, should I say?
Trauma bonding.
Trauma bonding.
Yeah, we did it. You don't have
We
to.
did.
But like 3 out of 4, like these are
pretty
solid.
solid. Yeah. If you want
Yeah.
like fun, disposable, like
Yeah.
good time action
Mhm.
movies that you don't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and your brain's tired. This is perfect.
Oof,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what it's
I
all
would fall
about.
asleep to a Transporter movie any day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I was waiting to be exhausted mentally,
Right.
and I
yeah.
feel the same as when I came into this.
Well, you were
It's
exhausted.
been a really
mentally when you
easy day
came
of work.
inside.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Just really going forward, like pushing. I mean, like 6 movies. I could see it
Yeah.
possible.
I mean, we started with 4, which I feel like is a pretty good base level.
They were
Yeah.
short though,
They are short.
Yeah.
because
They're short.
runtime was it
paced.
hour and a half average.
Yeah.
I think so.
Longest one was hour 40.
Okay.
So it's about 6 hours.
6 hours. And that 53-hour Bond marathon's looking scarier and
Pretty
scarier.
burp.
But like 7 movies.
Jeez.
I feel like we would have to split it up. Like
No.
4,
Gonna have
like
to cut
we've got
that
a
Really can't.
4 days of just we wake up, I don't know, do some exercise, eat some food, spend 12 hours a day of James Bond.
Yeah.
That's what I could
We'll
do.
we'll have to build up to that. I think
Yeah, we just gotta train.
we'll have
It's
to
okay.
train.
Dude, but honestly, this was not bad.
No.
No,
Yeah.
these are fun.
I
movies.
kind of
These are
enjoyed
fun movies.
Most of them. What was your guys' favorite one?
Either 1 or 2.
Probably 2 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Audrey,
Yeah.
the drunk driver.
I like the drunk driver. I don't know. I like this one too. Go ahead. Go. Which one did you like?
I think 1 the most.
Okay.
There's something about the Madeleines. I even like
Yeah.
the like weird kind of too low key sample track
Yep.
score. Just like puts me
Sure.
in like the imagery, like just puts me in like a really comfortable mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
But I would say the second one might be the better action movie.
Mm.
It's shorter. That one's the one that's under 90 minutes. More action, more like American style, just like
Yeah.
pounding soundtrack.
Maybe that's why I like the first one.
You like
It's
the
less
first one?
American. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it has a certain magic to it.
I
Yeah.
liked.
You know?
I didn't love that the second one was in Miami. I liked that the other ones were in Europe. That's just I don't like. That was just more interesting to me.
Well, yeah, that's where
Totally,
the
yeah.
heart lies.
Yeah.
Movie, you know.
Which they also got right in this one. I also have to say for this 4th one, only one I think that had a good romantic subplot.
I'd agree with that.
What,
Yeah.
the 3-way? Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, I believed it.
I believed it.
I believe those 2 like 25-year-old women were into that 55-year-old dude. or
I mean,
however
he's
old.
pretty hot for that old.
He's
Yeah.
pretty hot.
He
He's
is.
slugging vodka,
Yeah.
talking about transporting parts around the Middle East.
He's great
Yeah.
in HBO's Rome too, guys. I gotta let you know.
I believe
Check
it.
that out.
He's good as the bad guy and the other guys.
But yeah, I think 1 just holds a special place in my heart. Just watched it enough,
Yeah.
and it still holds up. So that's great
Yeah.
to hear. Great to know.
Great to
in my
know.
heart.
Yeah.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Home's still there.
Home will always be there. You just can't always go to it.